One of my favorite things about the Animal Crossing games has always been the sense of individuality that the game provides. I feel like everyone I know kind of plays the game a little bit different. Players can have different hair, clothes, even an entirely different face than I do. Not to mention just how they physically play the game. Some people like fishing more than bug catching, some people dig their holes for the money rock on the right, some dig it on the left, like fucking psychopaths. The list can go on forever. Even if you play and look exactly like someone else, you'll still have a different village or island layout, which can make you run around your town in a totally different way from one another. And villagers! Before you could island hop and villager hunt like you can now, the odds of you having the exact same villagers as someone else were, holy shit, really low. But my favorite thing that separated my house from my sister's house from my brother's house was the furniture. New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing game, real Animal Crossing game, to feature a crafting mechanic, which had a lot of potential for even more personalization than before. But what happened to, like, all the furniture from the old games? One of the first things I noticed when New Horizons came out was that there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of furniture missing. The kitty, exotic, regal, and my personal favorite, modern sets, which have all been around since the GameCube, were just gone. While there have been quite a few new sets that have come out with updates, like the spooky and ice sets, these are seasonal items that kind of, well, fit the season. They've also been around forever, so they're not really new. These make sense to be added to the game at certain times in the year. I may not have much knowledge of holidays outside of the US, but last I checked there was no modern or robo holiday that these missing sets could fit into. My only hope is that these missing furniture pieces will be added with the shitload of free updates Nintendo have teased, but I'm a little skeptical, to be honest. I know that New Horizons added a fuck ton of new features, and I don't want it to sound like I hate what they've done. It's probably my favorite Animal Crossing game I've played yet, and I've been playing since City Folk on the Wii. But god damn it, I want my sleek bed back, man. Some furniture sets are still around, they just got name changes. The antique set in New Horizons is the old classic stuff, and the cabana is now the rattan. The wicker ones. The log furniture is pretty similar to the cabin set, and the blue, green, and common stuff seem to have all been kind of mashed into the simple set. The blue and green sets make sense to have been replaced. They were essentially the same pieces, just blue and green. And now with customization kits, it wouldn't really make sense to have two separate items for those. There were a lot of sets I wasn't super fond of, like the Robo and Stripe stuff, but some of them I really liked the design of. The modern wood gave off very clean vibes, and the Astro set made me feel like I was on that 70s show. Maybe New Leaf spoiled me with the fact that there were 37 different furniture sets, which, if my research is correct, is every single set that's ever been in the series. They even had a fucking 7-Eleven set. The original game had 15, Wild World had 14, and City Folk had a whopping 24 unique sets of furniture. New Horizons has about 10 that have enough pieces to complete an entire room. Now, to their credit, I feel like they went for a more mix and match approach by adding customization. Before, it looked really weird if you had like a modern bed in a room with lovely floor and a robo wall. But in New Horizons, you kind of have a lot more freedom to change certain items so it better fits the color palette of the room. There were a few completely new sets added to New Horizons that I do really like the ironwood and a lot of the bamboo stuff. But it still feels kind of lacking. The only reason I can think as to why they got rid of so much furniture was that they added so many outdoor items. With this being the first game where you can place furniture outside, it makes sense why they wouldn't want you to have to scroll through 3,000 individual items just to craft or reorder one thing. The menu would be an absolute fucking mess with every item available to you. While I do hope a lot of these missing furniture sets do make their return, I'm honestly not gonna hold my breath. It seems very unlikely that they would add that many DIYs, or use up the limited shelf space of Nook's Cranny to add upwards of 100 new items, and from what I've been browsing on the internet, no one else seems to be too concerned at the moment. But hey, I'm wrong on the majority of things I talk about, so who really knows? What was your favorite furniture piece from the old games? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I really like the sleek and modern stuff, but I'm always open to hearing other people's opinions. Thank you for watching, and you can like and subscribe if you want to.